Hello James, it's Robert here. I just thought I'd show you what I'm faced with at the moment. This is the existing wall which was left uncovered. As you can see, it's a kind of a very sort of crumbly, sandy mortar, very unstable. And this is what I've uncovered underneath the old chimney cowl, which was very old and crumbly. It was like an enormous rectangular construction. Came out of the wall here, very difficult to explain, and then back up to this wall here. So there was nothing constructional about it because it was just basically it was hanging, if anything. It was partially supported on this a couple of bits of wood that had been put in here to construct the came out of there and then into there, but there's nothing structural about it at all. It was basically just largely hanging, and it was built from sort of twin wall red brick, like fire bricks actually, but the mortar between them was very, very crumbly. A couple of them had actually dropped out and were sitting there, so it had to come out anyway. But we're thinking of what to do with this wall. Obviously this back wall here is got this incredibly rough old plaster on it. It looks like it's been done with a sort of cheese grater, or somebody spat it at the wall. Whatever I do with this wall, it'll have to be continued up to that corner there. All these nasty old bricks really need stripping back. I haven't got a tool to do that. They're sort of they are joined onto the wall with something pretty hard actually. This stuff is pretty solid, but I'd like to try and take that off if I can. But I wondered, just basically wanted your advice about how we can proceed with this and if you can help us. Not sure what I'm going to do with this oven. This oven looks like it's meant to be mounted into something rather than simply sat in a room. So I may have to change that as well. I think that's a Swedish piece of kit, that one. Anyway, and it's sort of sitting, as you can see, it's sitting just on this, which I also want to take out. This sort of slab that it's sat on, which I think is just a big bit of wood, or several bits of wood, which have been plastered over with some sort of rendering. I'm not sure what it is actually, but it's fairly soft. Anyway. Yeah, that'll all come out, and whatever oven I have here, I might be able to fabricate up a stand, because I'm quite good with metalwork. I don't know whether I told you I make trumpets, so I've got some rolling bars. I can sort of bend angle iron and weld up an iron stand if we decide to keep that. Maybe put some logs underneath. But if we don't keep this, then what we might do is get another freestanding wood burner, something which can go where it is at the moment, and then just, obviously I'll have to do something with the stovepipe, something a little bit more elegant than what's there at the moment. And obviously the top will need finishing somehow or other. If I have to kind of knock up some sort of cowling for that as well, I could probably do that. Anyway, it'd be nice to meet you at some point, and sorry about the length of this video, but here's a sort of general quick circle of the kitchen. Not that tells you a great deal, but there's the area that's been exposed there. Beforehand you can see where the line of the old cowl went. It finished at that point there. That was where the lower extent was, and the rest of it went up to the top. Okay,